There's a quiet joy in stepping outside and finding golden, fragrant melons growing just a few steps from your door. At Crafted Nest, we believe gardening should be simple, inspiring, and possible no matter how small your space is. Today, we'll take you on a journey to discover how you can grow sweet, juicy melons right in containers, even if you've never planted a seed before. From selecting the perfect seeds to setting up supports that turn your garden into a living work of art, you'll learn techniques that bring high productivity in any home setting, balcony, patio, or backyard. Each method we'll share is beginner-friendly, practical, and proven to turn a handful of soil into a basket of sweetness. So, whether you dream of harvesting your first honeydew or want to enjoy the rich taste of homegrown cantaloupe, this guide will give you the tools, tips, and confidence to make it happen. If you find yourself inspired by what you see, we'd be honored to have you join our growing community. Click subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss a chance to bring more beauty, flavor, and life into your home, one project at a time. When you step into a small garden filled with the scent of fresh soil, there's a kind of quiet magic in the air. Here, every leaf and tendril tells the story of care, and at the heart of it lies one of the simplest secrets to growing melons that burst with sweetness, feeding them well, and feeding them naturally. Organic fertilizer is more than just plant food. It's a living gift to the soil. It breathes life into every root, making the vines stronger, the leaves greener, and the fruit sweeter. Imagine starting your day by scooping a handful of compost rich with decomposed leaves, rice husks, and natural manure. As it falls gently onto the soil, you can almost see the roots below reaching out in gratitude. The beauty of organic feeding lies in its patience. It releases nutrients slowly, allowing the melon plants to take in exactly what they need over time. You'll notice the difference, not just in how fast they grow, but in how vibrant they look. Their leaves become glossy, their stems sturdy, and their blossoms open like tiny suns. For beginners, a simple mix works wonders. Kitchen scraps turned into compost, cow manure for steady nutrition, and a sprinkle of rice husks for better drainage. Apply it around the base of the plant every 2 weeks, and water it in so the goodness sinks deep. And here's a little secret. Melons grown in rich, living soil carry a taste that no store-bought fruit can match. It's the taste of sun, soil, and care, wrapped in the golden sweetness of a fruit you've nurtured from seed to harvest. In the end, each bite is a reminder that the best things in life grow from patience, love, and the simple gifts of nature. The journey to a sweet, sun-kissed melon begins long before the first vine stretches toward the sky. It starts in the quiet, humble moment of choosing the right seeds, tiny treasures that hold an entire summer's promise. For beginners, selecting the perfect melon seeds is a gentle art. You look for seeds that are plump and uniform in shape, free from cracks or discoloration. Hold them in your hand and feel their weight. Heavier seeds often carry stronger life within. Whenever possible, choose seeds from a trusted source or even save them from the sweetest melon you've tasted before. Once you have your seeds, the sprouting process becomes a small daily ritual. A simple method works beautifully. Lay the seeds on a damp paper towel, fold it gently, and place it in a warm, shaded spot. In just a few days, you might see the first tiny white roots pushing through, a quiet declaration that life is ready to begin. From there, each sprout is planted in soft, fertile soil inside a small container, kept moist but never waterlogged. Morning sunlight becomes their gentle alarm clock, coaxing the first green leaves to unfurl. Watching them grow is like reading a slow, beautiful story. Each day a new page, each leaf a chapter. For a beginner, there's nothing more encouraging than seeing those delicate sprouts stand taller with each sunrise. It's a reminder that gardening isn't about rushing. It's about tending to small beginnings with steady hands and a hopeful heart. By the time these young plants are ready to move into their larger home, you'll have already built a bond with them. And when they finally bear fruit, You'll know that every bite carries the memory of that first, quiet day when you chose a seed and gave it a chance to grow. There's a certain charm in turning a small corner of your home into a green sanctuary, where vines climb eagerly toward the sun and the air carries a hint of sweetness yet to come. A vertical melon garden is not just a space saver, it's a living piece of art that grows day by day. In a simple plastic container filled with rich, well-drained soil, a single melon plant begins its upward journey. The secret lies in giving it something to reach for, a trellis made from bamboo poles, wooden stakes, or even recycled metal frames. As the vine finds its way upward, each tendril curls around with delicate determination, almost as if it knows exactly where it's meant to go. This method is perfect for balconies, patios, or even tiny courtyards. The vertical design keeps the plants healthy by allowing more sunlight to reach every leaf and letting air flow freely between them. This not only boosts productivity, but also helps prevent pests and diseases from settling in. Watching the transformation is a joy in itself. At first, it's just green leaves stretching out. Then come the tiny yellow flowers, bright against the lush foliage. Soon after, small round fruits appear, cradled in the netting you've gently tied to support their weight. Each day, they grow fuller, the skin warming under the sun, until the scent tells you it's time to harvest. The beauty of a vertical melon garden is how accessible it is for beginners. It's forgiving, adaptable, and endlessly rewarding. All you need is a container, some creativity for the support structure, and the patience to watch nature weave its quiet magic upward. And when the time comes, your first bite will taste of sunlight, care, and the joy of making the most out of every inch of space. There is a special moment in every melon plant's journey when the promise of fruit rests in the delicate meeting of pollen and blossom. It is a quiet yet essential step, the bridge between the beauty of flowers and the sweetness of harvest. For many beginner gardeners, pollination feels like nature's mystery, but once you see it up close, it's a gentle, almost poetic act. Melon plants produce two kinds of flowers: the male flowers, which hold the pollen, and the female flowers, which carry the tiny, unfertilized fruit at their base. When pollen finds its way to the female blossom, the magic begins. In a garden rich with bees and butterflies, nature often takes care of the process. The hum of wings and the soft landing on petals is a sign that your plants are in good company. But in smaller spaces or urban settings, you may need to lend a hand. A small, clean paintbrush works perfectly. Just brush it gently inside the male flower to collect the golden pollen, then sweep it across the heart of the female blossom. The air should be warm and still when you do this, preferably in the morning when the flowers are fresh and open. Within days, you'll notice the tiny fruit beginning to swell, a sign that your care has guided nature's course. This act of pollination connects you more deeply to your garden. It's a reminder that while plants have their own rhythms, your hands can become part of the process, bridging the gap between flower and fruit. And when the melons ripen, their sweetness will carry not just the flavor of sun and soil, but also the quiet memory of that morning when you played matchmaker among the blossoms. A healthy melon plant is like a well-guarded treasure, its green leaves and ripening fruit too precious to be left unprotected. In the quiet hours of the garden, there are unseen visitors, tiny aphids, beetles, and worms, drawn to the sweetness that is still in the making. Protecting your melons doesn't have to mean harsh chemicals. Nature offers its own gentle yet powerful solutions. The first step is prevention. Companion planting works wonders. Placing marigold or basil around your melon containers not only adds beauty, but also releases scents that confuse and repel many harmful insects. These floral guardians stand like watchful sentinels, keeping unwanted pests at bay. When pests do appear, a homemade neem oil spray can be your greatest ally. Just a small amount mixed with water and a drop of mild soap creates a solution that is safe for your plants, yet deadly for many garden intruders. Early morning is the best time to apply it, coating both sides of the leaves so no hiding place remains. For a stronger defense, a garlic and chili spray can be used. Its sharp aroma and taste make even the most determined pests retreat. The key is consistency. Treat your plants regularly, not only when trouble becomes visible. What's beautiful about these natural methods is how they protect without disturbing the balance of your garden. Beneficial insects like ladybugs and bees remain free to do their work, while your melon vines grow strong and undisturbed. In time, you'll notice the leaves remain lush, the flowers bloom freely, and the fruits develop without blemish. And when you finally harvest, you'll know that your melons have grown in harmony with nature, guarded by its own quiet strength. Gardens have their own quiet conversations, invisible to our eyes, but alive in the way plants grow beside each other. Melons, with their sprawling vines and thirst for sunshine, thrive best when planted among the right companions, plants that protect, nourish, and complement them. This is the gentle art of companion planting. Some plants are natural friends to melons. Marigolds, with their golden blooms, release a scent that confuses pests, keeping your melon leaves untouched. Basil not only keeps insects away, but also adds a touch of fragrance to the air, making your garden a place where you want to linger. Beans offer another gift. They enrich the soil with nitrogen, feeding the roots of your melons without taking anything in return. Corn can act as a natural windbreak, shielding your melon vines from harsh gusts while offering dappled shade on the hottest afternoons. In a container garden, these partnerships are even more beautiful to witness. A single pot can hold a carefully chosen pairing, each plant benefiting the other. The marigolds stand tall and cheerful, the beans climb softly, and the melon vines weave between them, their blossoms catching the light. What makes companion planting special is that it works in harmony with nature's rhythm. There are no harsh interventions, just a thoughtful arrangement that lets each plant play its role. Over time, the soil stays healthier, pests become less of a problem, and the harvest is richer, not just in quantity, but in the feeling that it was grown with care and respect. When you finally hold a ripe melon in your hands, its sweetness carries the unseen story of every plant that stood beside it, each leaf and flower a quiet partner in its journey from seed to fruit. There's something magical about walking through a garden tunnel of green, where sunlight filters through leaves and the air feels cooler beneath the arch. For melon growers, an arch trellis isn't just a support structure, it's an experience, a living walkway that invites you to step inside and see nature's work from a new angle. Building an arch trellis for melons is simpler than it looks. 2 rows of sturdy plastic containers, each planted with healthy melon vines, are set opposite each other. Between them, a frame, made from bamboo poles, PVC pipes, or metal rods, forms the arch. Over time, as the vines grow and climb, they meet at the top, creating a canopy of green. The beauty of this method is more than aesthetic. Elevating the vines improves airflow, reduces the risk of disease, and allows fruits to hang naturally. Net slings can cradle each melon, preventing strain on the stems and keeping the fruits safe from pests. For beginners, the daily act of guiding tendrils toward the trellis becomes a gentle routine. You'll watch as tiny flowers bloom overhead, soon giving way to swelling fruits that dangle like ornaments in a living tunnel. And when the sun is high, the shade beneath the arch offers a perfect place to pause and take in your progress. It's a design that transforms even the smallest garden into a space of wonder. Not only do you maximize vertical space, but you also create a place where growing food feels like walking through a dream. When harvest time arrives, each melon picked from above carries the memory of this green walkway, a reminder that with a little creativity and care, even the simplest garden can become a sanctuary. Not every garden begins with wide open fields. Sometimes, it starts with a quiet corner on a patio, where sunlight pours in for just a few precious hours each day. And in that small space, the dream of growing sweet, refreshing honeydew melons can still come alive. The secret to success lies in choosing the right container, deep enough for roots to stretch, wide enough for vines to feel at home. A sturdy plastic pot or recycled barrel works beautifully. Fill it with rich, well-drained soil and plant your honeydew seeds or seedlings where they can drink in the morning sun. On a patio, vertical growth becomes your ally. A simple bamboo stake, trellis, or netting will guide the vines upward, freeing up floor space and keeping the fruits off the ground. As blossoms appear, the gentle hum of bees or a careful hand pollination will set the promise of sweet harvests in motion. Honeydew melons love consistent moisture, but they dislike soggy soil. A regular watering schedule and a layer of mulch help keep conditions just right. And in the quiet of the afternoon, you might notice the small green orbs beginning to swell, their pale skins catching the light. What's most rewarding about growing honeydew in a small patio space is how personal the experience feels. Each plant becomes part of your daily routine. A quick check in the morning, a gentle watering, a proud glance at the fruits developing day by day. When the time comes to harvest, the fragrance of ripe honeydew will greet you before you even touch it. And as you slice it open, the pale green flesh will carry not just the taste of summer, but the story of a garden that flourished in the most unexpected of places. A balcony may seem like a place for morning coffee or potted flowers, but with a bit of creativity, it can also be home to the golden sweetness of freshly grown melons. Compact melon farming is a quiet revolution for city dwellers, a way to bring the taste of summer within arm's reach. The secret begins with smart use of space. Sturdy plastic containers, deep enough for roots and wide enough for vines, line the edge of the balcony where sunlight is most generous. Against the railing, lightweight trellises or vertical nets encourage the vines to climb, turning an ordinary balcony into a green curtain that sways gently in the breeze. In this compact setting, every step matters. Choosing a small or fast-maturing melon variety ensures you can harvest before the season changes. A balanced soil mix, enriched with organic compost, keeps the plants thriving even in limited space. Regular watering in the morning, before the heat sets in, keeps moisture consistent without oversaturating the roots. As the weeks pass, the balcony transforms. Tiny yellow blossoms give way to small fruits that swell and deepen in color. Net slings cradle each melon, preventing strain on the stems and keeping the fruit safe from bumps and bruises. The joy of balcony farming is how closely you live with your plants. You can watch them grow while sipping tea, adjust their support as you step outside for fresh air, and greet the first signs of ripening with anticipation. When harvest day arrives, the golden skin of a ripe melon will catch the light like a jewel. Its sweetness, enjoyed just steps from your kitchen, carries with it the satisfaction of knowing you grew a piece of nature's abundance in the smallest of spaces. There's a quiet beauty in seeing a vine find its way upward, curling around the support you've given it. For melon growers, bamboo and rope are more than just tools. They are a bridge between the plant's natural desire to climb and the gardener's vision of a tidy, productive space. Bamboo poles, light yet strong, stand like guardians beside each plant. Their smooth surface is gentle on stems, while their height offers a perfect path toward the sunlight. Ropes, whether jute or synthetic, stretch from the base of the container to the top frame, giving tendrils something to grip. The combination is both practical and pleasing to the eye, rustic, simple, and harmonious with nature. Setting up this system is straightforward. Place 3 or 4 bamboo poles firmly in the soil around the plant, leaning them slightly inward to meet at the top. Tie them together with rope for stability, then run additional lines vertically or diagonally to create more climbing paths. As the melon vines grow, guide them gently, securing them with soft ties that won't cut into the stems. The benefits go beyond organization. Elevating the vines keeps the leaves and fruits off the soil, reducing the risk of rot and disease. Air circulates more freely, and sunlight reaches every part of the plant. Even in small spaces, a balcony, patio, or rooftop, this method allows you to grow more with less. Over time, the structure becomes alive with movement. Vines stretch upward, flowers bloom at eye level, and small melons dangle like ornaments on a natural ladder. And when harvest season arrives, you'll have a garden that not only produces sweet fruit but also tells a story of growth, patience, and the simple beauty of guiding life toward the light. Beneath every thriving melon plant is a hidden world, a place where roots stretch and breathe, quietly drawing life from the earth. The secret to strong vines and sweet fruit begins here, in the comfort of the soil mix. Healthy roots need more than just dirt. They need a balanced environment that offers nutrition, structure, and room to grow. For melons in containers, this balance is especially important. A good mix starts with rich compost, full of organic matter that feeds the plant steadily over time. Coconut coir or peat moss adds lightness, helping the soil retain moisture without becoming waterlogged. Perlite or coarse sand ensures proper drainage, letting roots drink deeply without drowning. Creating this mix is a simple, satisfying task. In a large basin, combine equal parts compost and coconut coir, then add a smaller portion of perlite or sand. Blend it with your hands, feeling the textures merge, a crumbly softness that hints at life waiting to happen. Before planting, fill your container with this mix, leaving enough space at the top for watering. This rich environment encourages roots to spread evenly, anchoring the plant firmly. It also gives the vines the strength to produce larger, sweeter melons. You'll notice how quickly the seedlings establish themselves, sending out new leaves and stronger stems in just a matter of days. And the beauty of this method is its adaptability. You can refresh the mix each season, adding more compost to replenish nutrients. Over time, your soil becomes a living partner in your garden, nurturing, resilient, and ready for each new planting. When harvest time comes, every bite of your melon will carry the hidden work of the roots below, quietly thriving in the comfort you created for them. The sweetest moment in melon growing comes not when you plant the seeds, nor when the first flowers bloom, but in that quiet decision. Today is the day to harvest. Picking too early robs the fruit of its full flavor. Waiting too long can dull its vibrant sweetness. The art lies in knowing when nature has given all it can. A ripe melon speaks in subtle ways. Its skin deepens in color, shifting to a warm golden hue or rich cream, depending on the variety. The netting or pattern on the rind becomes more pronounced, almost as if the fruit is proudly wearing its final coat. Then there's the aroma, a gentle, honeyed scent that drifts up when you lean close. This is nature's way of inviting you to taste its work. The stem often loosens slightly, a quiet sign that the fruit is ready to part from the vine. And when you give the melon a gentle tap, it responds with a deep, mellow sound, unlike the hollow note of an unripe fruit. In a container garden, you have the advantage of proximity. You see the changes daily, notice the gradual color shift, and catch that first whisper of fragrance. Sometimes, you'll sense the readiness before you can explain it, simply from the way the fruit rests in your hand. Harvesting at the right moment rewards you with a flavor that is both rich and refreshing, a taste that captures the sunlight, the care, and the patient days of tending. And as you slice open the fruit, the juice glistens, the scent rises, and you know, this is the peak of its life, and the perfect end to yours as a gardener for the season. In the world of gardening, sunlight is more than just warmth. It's the lifeblood of growth, the silent partner in every sweet harvest. For melon plants, the right support structure can make all the difference, helping every leaf drink in the light it needs to feed the fruit. A sunshine trellis is a simple yet transformative idea. Instead of growing your vines sprawling across the ground, you guide them upward along a frame angled toward the sun's daily path. This keeps the leaves open to light for longer hours and allows the fruits to ripen evenly, kissed by warmth on every side. Building one doesn't require expensive materials. Bamboo poles, wooden planks, or even recycled metal rods can form the frame. Secure it so that it leans toward the sunniest side of your space, whether it's a backyard, balcony, or a rooftop. Then, weave garden netting or tie horizontal ropes for the vines to grip. As the plant grows, each tendril instinctively reaches upward, finding its place in the lattice of support. You can help by gently tying the stems, keeping them well-spaced so sunlight can filter through the foliage. Over time, clusters of flowers will appear along the trellis, followed by small melons that swell in the warm glow. The elevated design also keeps the fruit cleaner, drier, and less prone to pests. And there's an added joy, seeing the golden skin of a ripening melon glowing in the afternoon light, like a lantern among the leaves. With a sunshine trellis, you're not just building a structure, you're shaping an environment where light and growth dance together. And when harvest day comes, each fruit will carry the flavor of all those sunny hours, stored within its sweet, fragrant flesh. Ripening a melon is like letting a story reach its perfect ending. It needs time, patience, and just the right conditions. While sunlight gives a melon its sweetness, too much heat can cause stress, cracking, or uneven ripening. That's where the art of gentle shading comes in. In nature, large leaves often protect developing fruits from the harshest rays. In a container garden, you can mimic this by using simple tools: a piece of garden mesh, light cloth, or even a woven bamboo mat. The goal isn't to block the light completely, but to soften it, allowing the melon to ripen slowly and evenly without the skin overheating. Creating shade can be as simple as tying a cloth to 2 bamboo poles placed beside the container. For balcony growers, positioning plants so they catch morning light and rest in afternoon shade is an easy way to manage exposure. If your melon is on a trellis, you can hang a lightweight fabric over part of the frame during the hottest hours. This gentle protection helps the sugars inside the melon develop fully, giving the fruit a richer, more balanced flavor. It also prevents sunburn spots, pale or scorched patches on the rind that don't affect taste but can spoil the look of your harvest. Watching a melon ripen under the dappled shade feels almost ceremonial. Each day, you lift the fabric, check the color, and catch the faint scent growing stronger. It's a slow, quiet process, one that rewards those who care enough to wait. When you finally remove the shade for the last time, the melon beneath will be a work of nature's patience and your gentle touch, perfect in flavor and beautiful in every way. Every garden tells a story, and some begin with what others might throw away. A cracked bucket, an old paint pail, a large water jug. Things once destined for the trash can find a second life as homes for growing melons. In this way, gardening becomes not only about harvest, but also about giving back to the earth in a quiet, creative way. Recycled plastic containers make surprisingly good planters. They are durable, lightweight, and easy to move, which is perfect for adjusting sunlight exposure. A thorough cleaning and a few drainage holes drilled at the bottom are all it takes to prepare them. Lining the base with small stones or broken pottery ensures water flows freely, keeping roots healthy. The joy of eco-pot gardening is how adaptable it is. You can place them along a balcony, group them in a sunny backyard corner, or align them neatly on a rooftop. The shapes and colors of the containers add character, turning the space into a patchwork of textures and hues. Beyond their charm, recycled containers reduce waste and costs, making melon growing more accessible. Even a single large bucket can yield a vine that produces sweet, ripe fruit. Fill it with rich, well-aerated soil, give it a sturdy trellis, and watch as the plant thrives just as well, if not better, than in store-bought pots. With each melon harvested, there's a deeper satisfaction knowing the container holding it once served another purpose. It's a reminder that beauty and abundance often come from resourcefulness, and that sustainability can be woven into the everyday act of growing food. In the end, your garden becomes more than just a source of sweetness. It becomes a quiet statement about caring for the world while enjoying its gifts. Some gardens don't have the space for sprawling vines and large fruits, but that doesn't mean they can't produce something sweet. Mini melons are nature's way of proving that small can still be spectacular. Perfect for tight balconies, patios, or even sunny windowsills, these little treasures pack the same flavor as their full-sized cousins, with a size that fits right into your palm. The key lies in choosing the right variety, compact types that set fruit early and don't need endless root space. A small container, about the size of a large mixing bowl, is often enough. Fill it with rich, well-draining soil, give it a sunny spot, and watch the vines spread just enough to carry their miniature harvest. Mini melons ripen quickly, often within 60 to 70 days, which means you can enjoy them sooner and even grow multiple cycles in a single season. Because they're lighter, the fruits are easy to support with simple net slings or soft ties, making them perfect for vertical trellises in compact areas. Caring for them is much the same as for larger melons: steady watering, regular feeding, and gentle pruning to encourage healthy growth. But there's a certain charm in how manageable they are. A quick check each morning can tell you how the fruits are coming along, and it's easy to spot when they're ready to pick. When harvest day arrives, the sweetness of a mini melon feels even more personal. Slice it open and you'll find the same juicy flesh, fragrant aroma, and refreshing taste, just in a smaller, more intimate serving. It's proof that even in the smallest of spaces, abundance is possible, and joy can come in perfectly petite packages. Water is life for a melon plant, but in a container garden, it's also a delicate balance. Too much and the roots may drown, too little and the sweetness suffers. This is where drip irrigation becomes a gardener's quiet ally, delivering water slowly, steadily, and right where it's needed. Unlike overhead watering, which can waste water and wet the leaves unnecessarily, drip irrigation sends moisture directly to the soil near the roots. This keeps the foliage dry, reducing the risk of disease, and ensures every drop is used efficiently. It's especially useful for melons, whose deep roots thrive on consistent hydration. Setting up a drip system doesn't have to be complicated. A basic setup uses a water reservoir, plastic tubing, and small emitters or drip stakes for each container. The system can be connected to a timer so the plants receive water at the same time every day, usually early in the morning when evaporation is low. In a sunny balcony or rooftop garden, this method keeps soil moisture steady even during hot afternoons. You'll notice how the plants respond. Leaves stay firm and vibrant, flowers open confidently, and fruits develop without sudden stress that can cause cracking. The beauty of drip irrigation is that it frees you from the worry of missed watering days. Even if life gets busy, your melon plants continue to receive the care they need. And over time, you'll find the harvest sweeter, not just because the fruits are well hydrated, but because they've grown in an environment of steady, dependable care. When you slice into that first perfectly ripe melon, you'll taste the difference that comes from giving water not in abundance or scarcity, but in balance, the way nature intended. Growing melons vertically isn't just about saving space. It's about giving each fruit the support it needs to grow beautifully. The rope and net system is a gardener's gentle way of holding the vines up while cradling the fruits like treasures. The concept is simple. Ropes are tied vertically or diagonally between sturdy supports such as bamboo poles or metal frames, while nets or mesh slings are used to hold the melons as they grow heavier. The vines naturally reach for the ropes, curling their tendrils around the fibers, and soon, the entire structure is alive with green. For container gardens, this method is both practical and beautiful. It keeps the fruit off the soil, reducing the risk of rot, and allows sunlight to reach every side of the plant. The net slings, often made from soft, breathable material, support the melons gently, preventing strain on the stems and avoiding misshapen growth. Setting it up can be as creative as you like. Some gardeners repurpose old fishing nets, while others weave their own from jute or cotton rope. The key is to ensure the material is strong enough to hold the fruit, yet soft enough not to cut into it. As the weeks pass, The sight of melons suspended in their slings becomes a quiet joy. They sway lightly in the breeze, safe in their hammocks, growing plump under the sun. And when the time comes to harvest, you simply untie the net, lift the melon out, and feel the satisfying weight in your hands. This system doesn't just produce healthier fruit. It turns your garden into a living display, a place where functionality meets beauty, and where every melon feels cared for from blossom to harvest. Round pots have a certain charm, soft in shape yet strong in purpose. For melons, they offer not only aesthetic appeal but also the right environment for roots to expand evenly, which can lead to a surprisingly generous harvest. This circular shape allows for more uniform soil moisture and temperature distribution. Roots naturally radiate outward, making full use of the space, while the curved walls prevent corners where water can stagnate or roots can become cramped. In a well-chosen round pot, whether plastic, ceramic, or clay, a single melon plant can thrive just as well as in the ground. To aim for a high yield, start with a pot that's at least 18 to 20 inches deep and equally wide. Fill it with a rich, well-draining mix: compost for nutrition, coco coir for moisture retention, and perlite for airflow. Position the pot where it gets at least 6 hours of direct sunlight each day. Supporting the vines is key. You can place a bamboo tripod inside the pot or set up a small trellis nearby, guiding the tendrils upward while letting some trail gracefully over the sides. Regular feeding with an organic fertilizer high in potassium helps the fruits develop sweetness and size. The beauty of round pot gardening is how easy it is to manage. You can rotate the pot to ensure even sun exposure, move it to follow the light, or group several together for a lush, productive display. And when the fruits begin to swell, they rest gently on the pot's smooth rim or in small net slings you've tied for support. When harvest time comes, each melon will carry the imprint of careful tending and smart design, proof that even in the simplest container, nature can give abundantly when offered space, light, and care. There's something deeply satisfying about a garden that grows not only wide but also tall. In small spaces, a multi-tier container system turns limited ground area into a layered tapestry of green, each level offering its own little world of growth. For melon lovers, it's a way to multiply harvests while creating a garden that feels alive in every direction you look. A multi-tier system can be as simple as wooden shelves, metal racks, or stacked crate frames. Each level holds a container deep enough for melon roots, arranged so the plants receive full sunlight without shading each other too much. The upper levels are perfect for young, lighter vines, while the lower tiers can host more mature plants with hanging fruits supported in slings. This layered approach maximizes vertical space and makes it easier to manage the plants. Water trickles down naturally and maintenance feels more organized. You can tend to one tier at a time, checking flowers, adjusting supports, or harvesting ripe fruits without disturbing the others. The visual appeal is undeniable. From a distance, it looks like a living staircase, each step crowned with green leaves and bright blossoms. As the season advances, small melons appear at every height, dangling like ornaments from top to bottom. The key to success lies in thoughtful arrangement. Place the most sun-loving varieties higher up, while those that benefit from slightly cooler conditions can thrive in the lower levels. And always keep the structure sturdy enough to hold the weight of soil, plants, and ripening fruits. When harvest day comes, you'll find yourself picking from every level, a handful here, a basketful there, each melon carrying the story of a garden that made the most of its space, layer by sweet layer. Training a melon vine is like teaching a gentle dance, guiding each step, encouraging it to reach higher, and giving it the support it needs to grow strong. A step-by-step training frame turns this process into something both practical and beautiful, allowing the vine to follow a clear path upward. The frame is simple, a series of horizontal bars or planks, set one above the other like the rungs of a staircase. Each rung offers the vine a new level to grasp, ensuring it grows in an organized way without tangling into itself or crowding the fruits. Whether made of wood, bamboo, or metal, the structure becomes a ladder for nature to climb. Starting from the base, the young vine is guided gently toward the first rung. As tendrils curl and secure themselves, the plant's weight is evenly distributed, preventing strain on any one part. Every few days, the gardener checks in, redirecting a wayward stem, securing a sling for a growing fruit, or trimming excess shoots to keep the path clear. The benefits are many. This step-like design allows more sunlight to reach every leaf, improves airflow, and makes pollination easier. It also creates a living display, where each step carries its own blossoms and ripening fruits like tiers of a wedding cake. In a small garden or balcony, the frame becomes both a functional support and a striking feature. Visitors can see the growth journey at a glance, from the base's fresh green shoots to the top's heavy, fragrant melons. When harvest time comes, each step of the frame tells part of the story: the careful guidance, the patient adjustments, and the steady climb from seed to sweetness. It's a reminder that with the right support, growth is not just possible, but graceful. One of the most rewarding sights in gardening is not just a single harvest, but a cycle that never seems to end: melons ripening in one pot while new seedlings stretch upward in another. This is the magic of seasonal planting, a plan that turns your garden into a continuous source of sweetness. The concept is simple. Instead of planting all your melon seeds at once, you stagger them. Every few weeks, a new set goes into the soil. This way, as one plant nears the end of its fruiting stage, another is just beginning to flower, and yet another is a small seedling finding its roots. In containers, this approach keeps the space productive year-round. A sunny balcony or backyard corner can hold plants at every stage: tiny sprouts, vigorous vines, and heavy-fruited stems side by side. It means you'll always have something to tend, something to watch, and something to taste. Timing is key. In warm months, plant every 2 to 3 weeks to keep the harvest flowing. In cooler seasons, adjust to the conditions, perhaps using protective covers or bringing containers into sheltered spots to extend the growing period. This cycle also makes your care routine smoother. You're never overwhelmed with too many ripe melons at once, and you can give each stage of growth the attention it deserves: gentle watering for seedlings, careful training for flowering vines, and watchful patience for ripening fruit. When the year ends, your garden will have been a living calendar, telling the story of your care in every stage. And when you slice open a melon in the heart of summer, knowing another is already on its way, you'll feel the quiet joy of a gardener who's mastered not just growing, but the rhythm of abundance. Every melon vine has the will to grow, but without guidance, it can become a tangled maze. Too many leaves competing for light, too many stems drawing energy away from the fruits. Pruning and training are the gardener's way of focusing that energy, turning wild growth into a pathway toward abundance. The process begins with observation. As your vine matures, small side shoots appear between the main stem and leaves. While some are useful, too many will drain the plant's strength. By gently snipping away excess growth, you help the plant direct more energy toward producing flowers and fruit. Training is the other half of the story. Whether on a trellis, ropes, or bamboo stakes, guiding each stem ensures that light reaches every leaf and airflow keeps the plant healthy. It also makes pollination easier, as flowers are spaced where bees, or your own careful hand, can find them. A good routine is to prune in the morning when the plant is less stressed and the cuts heal quickly. Keep a balance. Never remove too much at once, and always leave enough foliage to feed the plant through photosynthesis. Tie the main stems gently with soft twine, encouraging them upward or sideways as needed. The benefits soon show themselves. Fewer but stronger stems carry more blossoms, which turn into plumper, sweeter melons. The open structure reduces the risk of fungal diseases, and the fruits ripen evenly in the sunlight. When harvest time arrives, each melon feels like the result of a quiet partnership, your guidance shaping its path, the plant's persistence filling it with life. And as you slice into that perfect fruit, you'll taste the reward of care that was patient, deliberate, and full of purpose. The culmination of every gardener's journey is not just the act of growing, but the final, satisfying moment of harvest. A ripe melon, warm from the sun, holds a promise of sweetness that can be enjoyed for days to come, but only if it is handled with the same care you've given it from the very beginning. Harvesting a melon is an act of gentle separation. The key is to wait for the perfect moment. The fruit's skin will change color, its aroma will become sweet and fragrant, and a small crack may appear around the stem. When you're ready, a gentle twist is all it takes. The stem should release the melon easily, a sign that its journey on the vine is complete. Once harvested, the life of the melon continues. For maximum freshness and flavor, it's best to let it rest for a day or two in a cool, shaded place. This allows the remaining starches to convert to sugars, intensifying the sweetness. Think of it as a final, quiet step in its ripening process. For storing, a cool pantry or countertop is ideal. Avoid putting uncut melons in the refrigerator, as the cold can mute their flavor. Keep them in a place with good airflow, perhaps in a breathable mesh bag, away from direct sunlight. Once a melon is cut, however, it should be wrapped and refrigerated to preserve its juicy freshness. Each bite of a freshly harvested melon carries with it the story of its entire life: the seed, the soil, the sun, and your care. By handling the final stage with thought and respect, you honor that journey and ensure that the gift of sweetness lasts as long as possible. The final act of a gardener is not just to grow, but to truly savor the fruits of their labor.